Let's get ready to rumble!
Hey Wilder, I'm here. I'm here for you. You want to see me? I am the champion. You know?
Welcome back to Keep It Real Boxing. This is Cypher Box, and all I'm gonna say is wow. Wow. Okay. What a night of boxing we had. You know, Showtime put a great card on. I'm not going to talk about all the fights. I am going to talk about the main fight. Immediate reaction. I'm going to try and keep this video short and sweet as much as possible. I know I always say that and I go on and on. But Deontay Wilder, congratulations to him. Got his opponent, BERMANE Stiverne, his mandatory challenger to his WBC title, out in one round. One round. Knockout. Finished him. Job done. Moving on. The power in that right hand is unbelievable. I've always been quite impressed by how much power Deontay Wilder possesses. But tonight, I was in awe of it. I can't lie. You know, that one crisp 1-2, he's throwing that jab all night long. You could tell he was looking for the right hand all night. You know, he came in very light, 15 stones, I believe it was. BERMANE Stiverne came in at like 254 pounds or something like that. Really heavy, you can see the difference. Wilder, when I looked at Wilder, I originally thought to myself, wow, he looks really slim. He looks slimmer than normal, you know. He generally has an athletic build, but I just felt like he trimmed a bit of weight and you could see it in there, and I thought, okay, let's see what happens here. And then I looked at Stiverne and I thought, you're too heavy on your feet, you know. And it made, you know, it was a big mistake by Stiverne. He should have came in a little bit lighter because, you know, he was heavy on his feet and it made him a sitting duck. But not taking anything away from Wilder, he did what he was supposed to do. He went in there, he got the job done. One round, we expected that. We expected him to knock him out and do it early. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, in the first 3 or 4 rounds, but he did better than that. He got him out in the first round, and I was impressed by that power. You know, he had a nice crisp, popping that jab, just waiting for that opportunity to land that right. And when it came, man, did it come! I mean, that power was incredible. I'm still amazed by it. You know, credit to Stiverne, he tried to get back up, got knocked back down, got back up again, and, you know, Wilder just finished it off. And that's all she wrote. There's nothing else to say. Now, if you saw, I've just posted it on my Instagram page, so go and have a look if you haven't already seen it. All my social media links are in the description of all my videos. And I posted the interview, the post-fight interview in the ring, and one of the things I took away from that was a question that was put to him about DILLIAN WHYTE, and his reply to that, and I think it was a quality reply, which was, "Kings don't chase peasants, kings chase kings. I want Joshua." Quite clearly, he is not interested in entertaining DILLIAN WHYTE. He wants that Joshua fight. Me personally, as a boxing fan, I want to see that fight. I really don't have any interest in Deontay Wilder versus DILLIAN WHYTE at all. As a boxing fight, I want to see the two best heavyweights on the face of this planet go at it. Okay? I want to see him go at it. I've said this as well in my video about heavyweights and when I did my post-fight video on Joshua versus Carlos Takam, and then I spoke a lot about the heavyweight division as a whole at this moment in time. But I'm gonna, right now as a boxing fan, that's the fight I want to see. Yeah, I want to see that at heavyweight. That's the only fight I'm interested in right now. I don't care about Joshua versus Tyson Fury or Wilder versus Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury's way off where he needs to be. You know, he's got to lose a lot of weight. He needs 2 or 3 tune-up fights. That fight ain't going to happen with either of those men, Wilder or Joshua, till about 2019, in my opinion. Yeah, there are no real big fights at heavyweight. This is the biggest one. This is the one I want to see. Now, I'm going to switch on my, I suppose, my promoter slash businessman hat on, brain on, and hearing a lot about, oh well, you know, Wilder, you know, needs to fight Dillian Whyte. It makes sense that he comes over and makes more of a name of himself in the UK. I don't think that's the case. I think people know who he is in the UK. I think it's just all excuses that boxing fans are making, in my opinion. But alright, let's say that is the case. Then in my opinion, Anthony Joshua still needs to make his name out in the States. He needs to cross the pond and he needs to have a fight. So if Deontay Wilder was to fight Dillian Whyte on February 3rd, like Eddie Hearn wants him to, I think it's a big mistake for Dillian Whyte. After his last performance, I told you I was a little bit critical of the way he fought. I think he's got a few things to work on. Constructive criticism, not like trying to slag him off. His balance is off. You know, he needs to work on his footwork and his balance, and being able to generate power. And you know, it was sloppy at times against Robert Helenius. And sometimes you actually see that in a lot of Dillian Whyte's fight, that his footwork and his balance is poor, and he needs to work on that. Because if he goes in like that with Deontay Wilder's going to knock him out. Clean. He's going to knock him out. Any of you fans out there, you Joshua fanboys out there who are hoping that, you know, Dillian Whyte's going to stop Deontay Wilder, you know, and hoping that Joshua won't have to fight Deontay Wilder, forget it. Because in my opinion, Deontay Wilder will knock out Dillian Whyte. I've got nothing against Dillian Whyte. I like Dillian Whyte a lot as a character, as a personality. I think he's a funny guy. I enjoy watching his interviews and stuff like that. I enjoy watching his fights too. The last fight, you know, it was a decent performance. It wasn't a great performance though. We know that. And if he goes in like that, with that kind of problem with his balance and his footwork against Deontay Wilder's going to knock him out. I don't think Dillian Whyte's going to be able to stand up to that power. I really don't. So I don't even see the point of having that fight, to be honest with you. But let's say that does happen. Then, as far as I'm concerned, Anthony Joshua will need to come stateside, like I said, and fight a credible heavyweight, but do it stateside. Maybe in the, you know, the Barclays Center, Madison Square Garden, you know, Vegas if possible. I doubt Vegas will probably take that fight just yet. They'll probably want a big fight, and maybe do it on the same night. So if Deontay Wilder's fighting at 10 p.m. Sky Sports box office against Dillian Whyte, it might not be a box office fight, to be honest with you, it'll probably be regular TV. And then later on that night, we get Anthony Joshua versus someone, a credible heavyweight, but stateside. You know, so that's what my business brain is telling me, my promoter brain, the boxer side, the boxing business side of things. If that's how you're looking at it, and you think they still need promoting, that this fight still needs some more promotion. Personally, I think you can make this fight right now, sign the contract, and there'll be enough hype. Deontay Wilder definitely will bring enough hype. I think it'll bring that side of Anthony Joshua out of him as well. He'll do a bit of talking himself. So personally, to be honest with you, I don't want to wait though. I actually want to see this fight. You know, I want this fight. I want the contract signed. And someone say to me, "Hey, Cypher, fight's been made. Summer 2018. We've got Joshua versus Wilder." You know, but hats off to Deontay Wilder. He got the job done, which is what was expected of him. Went in there, got BERMANE Stiverne, his mandatory out the way. Now hopefully he's open. You know, there won't be any more roadblocks. I know AJ's still got his WBA mandatory. You know, maybe that's the fight he has in the States. Who knows? I mean, we'll see how it works out. But do you know what I mean? Hopefully there's no more roadblocks and we can get this fight on. I'm sick and tired of all the, you know, Joshua fanboys, the Wilder fanboys, all hating on each other, putting each other's, you know, each fighter down. These two guys, these are the two best heavyweights in the world. They're the most exciting heavyweights in the world. Yeah? Charismatic heavyweights in the world at this moment in time. So stop, you know, putting roadblocks up yourself. As fans, demand this fight and let's have it happen. Yeah? Because if you keep talking about it and you keep pushing it, eventually they gotta give into it. Yeah? And I want to see, I would prefer, as a fan, I would prefer to see this fight next happen. But if they're going to go down the whole business route, or we still need to promote it, Wilder still needs to make a name in the UK, and Joshua still needs to make his name more relevant in the US, then fine. February 3rd, both of them have a fight. Deontay Wilder could fight Dillian Whyte, and then later on that night you can have Joshua on Showtime, stateside, fighting another credible heavyweight, or a decent heavyweight. But personally, my own personal opinion, I don't think this fight needs any more hype. It will only get more and more hype if you sign the contract and make the deal happen, because Deontay Wilder's not going to stop talking, and I'm pretty sure AJ's going to give it back to him as well. But we'll have to wait and see. Also, don't forget, Dominic Brazil beat Eric Molina tonight, so he is now the WBC mandatory for Deontay Wilder's WBC belt, which I'm sure Dillian Whyte won't be happy about, but I'll make another video about that one. And obviously you saw that clip at the beginning of the video. Lewis King Kong Ortiz was ringside saying to Deontay Wilder, "I'm here and I'm the champ." And remember, I just did a video today as well, earlier on today, regarding the fact that he had a hearing with the WBC president, Mauricio Suleiman, and apparently it looked good. He came out smiling, you know, grinning like a Cheshire cat, and so it looks like his, you know, it looks like he might be given a pass by the WBC, but we have to wait for official announcement, official confirmation from the WBC before we start assuming that that's the case. Alright, like I say, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Do you want to see the fight now? Or should I say this summer? Do you want the contract signed and just want that fight made and then set up for the summer of 2018 between Joshua and Wilder? Or do you feel, or do you agree with my other point, which was that if you're thinking it from a business point of view, Deontay Wilder fights Dillian Whyte February 3rd. I think he knocks him out personally here in London, and on the same night Joshua fights out in the US, maybe have his WBA mandatory challenger and get that out of the way. Let me know what you think. Guys, as always, like, share, subscribe. Until next time, this is Cypherfox reminding you to keep it real.